Oh, hi there. Welcome back to another video. And I saw this thing as we're talking about, might as well talk about boxing. But if you want to hit the like, hit the subscribe as well. That would be absolutely great. So let's talk about Pokemon card community slams Logan Paul for wearing 500k Charizard at Mayweather fight. So yeah, the fight happened. You pretty much know. The Pokemon trading company got a major spotlight on June 6th when Logan Paul wore a rare base set Charizard around his neck during his boxing match with Floyd Mayweather. Pokemon card fans worry that the YouTuber's viral stunt will only attract more scalpers. And like, I understand like scalpers and stuff like that, but I don't think him wearing one around his neck is going to make people go, holy shit, need to kind of sort that out. It just doesn't work. I'll give my kind of thoughts on it because there's some Twitter comments about it. Well, most boxers hype up their rings walks by drawing diamond necklaces and expensive jewelry. Logan Paul stunned many when he arrived at his fight against Floyd wearing a rare first edition Charizard card around his neck worth 500k. Despite the massive spotlight he put on Nintendo collectibles, many TCG players seem furious by the move. Many worry that the YouTuber's promotion of the hobby will further encourage scalpers to continue to jump in and buy everything up. Logan Paul's Charizard at Mayweather's match was Pokemon card fans worried. For many, the Pokemon TCG is in a dire place ever since the Nintendo collectibles saw an explosion of value in 2020. You know what else happened in 2020, and that's the reason why fans have not been able to buy new products as scalpers have flooded the hobby trying to cash in on the phenomenon. Some players have placed the blame on YouTuber Logan Paul, who helped kickstart the craze in September 2020 when he told followers that Pokemon cards were worth investing in stocks, or like stocks. Just when the YouTuber wore a first edition Charizard, wore a first edition Charizard on June 6th. Yeah, because that's happened. I thought it was like wore it with May weather. Many were not happy. As soon as the 26-year-old showed off the rare piece of cardboard, Charizard immediately began to trend worldwide on Twitter. Upset Nintendo fans took to the social media platform to voice their concerns that a new wave of scalping would be by the stunt. Now, the thing is, a Charizard card has always been super rare. Like, we're talking like when I thought about getting into this and wanted to like buy cards separately rather than packs, Charizard has always been the most expensive card, and that's always been since the day it was ever first created. You know, it's like you try and look for it, it's super expensive. You can never find it. It was just so hard or anything like that. It just doesn't work. So I don't think Logan Paul picking up Pokemon cards would activate Scalper's powers, because this is the same thing as with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like Blue Eyes White Dragon, from what I've heard from certain groups, is like $3,000 for one card. It has to be like in mint condition, blah blah blah, which is all fine. But I highly doubt that Logan Paul going in and buying these cards where people don't probably know him has made people go, well, I need to go buy every box. The pandemic happened. People were buying boxes of cards to sell because they wanted to make money. It's a simple thing. If I wanted to go out and buy a box card, or let's say a box of this new Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon, open it up and go, oh my god, I got these cards which are super rare. I'm gonna put them online. And the thing is, like going back to the 90s for a Charizard card, yeah, it's not gonna it's gonna be harder because it's out of print. And unless they decide to make a new one, and they probably will, if they decide to make a brand new print of this card, then the original would probably go down a tiny bit because everyone would have the Charizard card. It's just the most sought out after card out there in the Pokemon history. You know, even a Shadow Charizard would be one. Um, well, yeah, Logan Paul showing off Charizard Pokemon card chain. You know, he wanted to do it. Like, no one's going to turn around. That one card would be more of a collectible because it's in like memorabilia, it's in boxing history that people would want that card. If he turned around and sold it for 1 million, he probably would get it. It's Logan Paul's fault. Logan Paul, yeah, I was like, why is it Paul Logan? So it's Logan Paul's fault Pokemon cards are getting scalped recently. No, it's not. It's more of the pandemic. One angry fan wrote, another user agreed and explained he's the reason why scalpers exist. No, scalpers have been around for a time. Uh, Cards are more valuable now. People want cards. So if I walked into a thing and I was like, I want to try and make a profit, if one card is worth, say, £100, pays for the box, if I get two of the same, it's fine. If I want to sell it at what the value is for it, then I will sell it at that. Otherwise, you might as well sell every single card, past, present, and future, for the base price of what it is. I don't condone scalping, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's a great thing, but people will do it because they want to make money. And it's also trying to find the right card price at the same time. A collector tweeted, no, did we go for? Oh, yeah, it did. A collector tweeted, well, there goes my chance of me getting a single Pokemon booster pack 6+ more months. What will happen is the company will produce more cards. It's not like, they make, say, 10 boxes and that's it. They'll make more and more. Higher demand. Oh, our entire stock ran out. Order more. Oh, looks like everyone wants it. We'll sell more. It's what about like companies that put prices up? Oh, you want a box? This is normally £80, but we're going to sell it for 200 because people want it. So here we go. It's Logan Paul's fault cards are getting scalped recently. He's the reason why scalpers exist. Well, there goes the chances. This one here. Does he even know anything about Pokemon? You don't need to know anything about Pokemon. Like, I could turn around to someone who's just started playing the game and go, well, do you know everything? Name me every episode that happens. It doesn't know anything about Pokemon besides the price of the card in hands. Last time I flexed with my cards was in the 90s, and it was never about money. Why? We did it because the cards look cool. But an adult flexing card type is kind of pathetic. Really? Is it? So it's like no one can do it. So if another adult decides to flex his collection, is that sad? I just feel like it's not. I don't agree with that. At the end of the day, I know a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh, but I only know up to about the synchro summoning. Apart from that, I don't know much about the rest. Does that mean that I'm pathetic for knowing exactly what I knew about it from when I was younger? Even more prominent Pokemon YouTubers such as Frosted, I think, hit out Logan Paul about driving up the prices of collectibles. It's never enough money for them ever. I'm most positive that if Logan had purchased this, there would have been more articles written about it. If not, that means that Gary let him borrow it for the show just to drive prices up. It's never enough money for them ever. Again, like I don't know if this feels like it's gatekeeping. It's like, oh, you can't come into our thing and do this. How dare you do it? At the end of the day, Logan probably grew up with Pokemon and the rest of us. I'm not defending him for everything he's done, but he pretty much knows, like, this could be what he liked as a kid. So obviously, while the box opening is quite a big thing, he decides to use what he had, money, buying it. So he's saying, like, if he doesn't know anything or he's not allowed to buy it, why is it that these people are allowed to buy cards then? Like, do you have to be a hardcore fan for it? Because at the end of the day, Logan has just basically used his wealth to buy a card or box a card and do what everybody's doing. Does that mean that if I'm not into Pokemon, I can't buy a box of cards, start learning about it? Is that not right? I feel like this is all pretty much gatekeeping. Logan Paul's rare bracket graded a 10 Charizard in one of only 3 in the entire world. So a 10. So he's only got 1 and 3. So does that mean that these other 2 people who probably have those cards are not allowed to sell them or whatever? Again, gatekeeping. Logan Paul rare bracket Charizard, only 3 in the world, estimated at its worth of 500k. If someone's going to estimate it, then they're going to estimate it. Oh, honey, this house we bought for this price. Well, we've done it up, but we can't make more money off it. We have to sell it what we paid. But we paid like $1 million into it. Can't, honey, not allowed. The YouTuber's card could go up even higher in value being featured. Yeah, that's literally it. It's just been featured in it. So if he sold it, he would make more of it. Despite him generally being a fan of Pokemon, some TCG collectors have been critical of his focus of the items, value, and not the love for the game. Again, it's more like if I see this and I'm like, I want to jump in, but I want to make profit or I want to sell my cards at a later date. So I'll buy them all. I'll buy open boxes, have the joy of it. Am I not allowed to sell them later on? Do I have to enjoy the game? I love Pokemon. I love Pokemon Go. I love the games itself. But if I don't enjoy the card game, but I like collecting for pictures, does that mean that I'm not allowed? It again feels a lot like kind of gatekeeping. Regardless of whether its impact has influenced scalpers in the past, many fans are now worried that its latest stunt will only further drive up the prices as a result, encourage sellers to flood the market and try again. People have been doing this for ages. They do it with toys, they do it with magazines, they do it with sports, they do it with a lot of stuff. So I don't know why people are suddenly on like going like, oh my god, he's doing this. At the end of the day, he's done it. There's no way to do it. You can complain, but that's about it. At the end of the day, if I want to sell, if I want to collect, I can do. But when I see stuff like this, I feel like it's more I'm not allowed to if I don't enjoy it, or if I don't state that I enjoy it. I feel like I'm not allowed to collect. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. What do you think about all this? Do you agree? Do you not agree? Let me know down below in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you later.